Know before you go.
All right, gang, we are in Woodland Park, heading through town on 24. You have all your general amenities, grocery stores, banks, shopping, so on and so forth. We just wanted to kind of give you a grasp of how cute our little town is. The city of Woodland Park does a really good job of making sure that all of the businesses have a cohesiveness. So this is one of my favorite little parts of our town. You see all of these businesses and they look very mountain towny. Lots of restaurants that are locally owned. Please, please, please visit the locally owned restaurants. We love to support and buy local wherever we can. As you can see, it's a beautiful day here in Woodland Park. To your left, you're going to start to see Pikes Peak in the distance. It's just such an amazing, amazing view. The clouds are so unique up here. You are above 8,000 feet in Woodland Park. You are above 9,000 feet at Flew the Coop. So we've been through town. We're coming out of town. 24 travels several miles. You'll go through several small towns. It's a beautiful drive if you just want to take 24 and drive out of town. Something I think that is really cool that Colorado does, I don't know if other cities do it, but because these roads come around sharp curves and you can't see, they'll have flashing lights that will let you know if they're flashing and the light ahead of you is green, you're still not going to make it. So go on ahead, slow down, get ready for a red light. But those flashing lights are a warning that you're coming upon a red light, even if you're coming around a blind curve. You won't even realize how much that saves you until you actually come around a curve and there's a red light and you weren't expecting it. So pay attention. There's lots of unique traffic signs and lights here in Colorado that help the driver be safe. We are coming upon the left-hand turn that you're going to make onto Edlow Road. You will have your heads up here at the St. David Episcopal Church. And as you can see ahead of you, it's hard to see these oncoming cars, so pay close attention when you make this left. And get ready for one of the most spectacular views on your drive-in. There's a couple of pull-off points if you want to stop and take a photo, but be sure to be careful about it. I mean, look at that mountain. That's a spectacular view from here. So you're coming up on the left-hand turn that you're going to make. There's the blue sign with the yellow lettering that says Teller 281. You'll see the first mailboxes, which is another sign that you need to turn. And then here's our road.
Okay guys, so what you'll see on the top left corner of the screen is going to be the pitch and grade of the road that we're on. This is the last 2 miles, and also over on the right hand side you'll see the Google Maps over to our house. Trish, tell us about the road.
Right now the road is nice and clear. We have the county make sure that the roads are clear of snow, and they grade the road in the summer so you don't get the washboard. And then the neighborhood HOA where we live takes care of that for the last last mile of the road.
So what we're on right here is one of the two steepest parts of the last 2 miles. You'll see down there was a 10% grade. Make sure you stay to the right, and you're going to come down right here immediately and fall into a blind curve over to the left-hand side here. And notice that there is snow. We are filming this in February. It does snow here from October to May. There's a chance that you're going to get some snow. It's not constant, and as you see, it does clear pretty quickly. There are parts of the road though that do remain icy, so we do recommend, if you're going to come between October and early May, that you do get an all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive vehicle, because the weather can change here quickly. Next thing you know, you've got snow on the road, and with the grade of some of these climbs and dips, more of the climbs, you could find yourself stuck up on the side of the hill and needing someone to pull you out, which I'll be more than happy to do. If you just give me a call, I'll come get you. But yeah, I think you'd be better off getting an all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicle.
Something else you might want to ask if you're renting a car or if you drive here, make sure that you have a below freezing, below zero windshield washer fluid. You wouldn't think it makes that much of a difference, but whenever we first got here and we had our regular Texas fluid, we ended up with baseball bats on our windshield wipers as we drove, as the fluid froze onto our wiper blades. So be sure to ask for zero wiper fluid.
Something I want to point out is, you'll see on the map here, it's going to say go to the left. That's a private road over there. The maps are inaccurate. Where you want to make a left is just wait until you get to the Ranch Estates, which is the neighborhood we live in. Wait till you get to the Ranch Estates billboard sign, and that's where you'll make your left. You'll see it, should be seeing it coming into the picture right now. And here's where we'll make a left, and this is where it's going to put you now back on the other steepest part of the trail. So basically what you've done is driven up onto a hill, driven along the ridge of that hill, and now we're going to be driving back down. There is some traffic up here, so you do want to stay to your right. You do want to stay slow, especially if it's icy. You can go on a little bit of a slip and slide, so just take your time. The roads are safe, they are well maintained. The part of the road that we're on now is HOA maintained, but they still do a fantastic job of clearing it for us. And where we're coming around now, this part of the road does not get much sun. And as you can see right here, how shady it is. And this is one of the last few pieces to thaw. So you can even see up there a little bit, there's still some ice remaining. This is where I have pulled a tractor out. I have pulled one of our guests up this road. I've dug people out of the snow because they slid off over here to the left. It's just really slick. So even if the rest of the road, it looks fine, please do be careful on that part because you may have some trouble.
Something too, they talk about black ice on the highway. Up here, it's dirty ice. So the road can look like it's nice and dry and fine, but actually underneath the dirt is a chunk of ice. And so just follow the speed limits. If there's snow on the side, there's probably ice under the road. So just take it slow and be careful.
What we're coming up on here is what the neighborhood calls 5 Point. Straight ahead is a private drive. But I want to point this out particularly because what you're going to do is make a very sharp U-turn here and get around. If you have a long trailer or a camper, you know, be careful with that U-turn. Make sure it can make it. And also let us know ahead of time, because we need to see how we can accommodate you on our property if you are hauling a trailer, like if you bring your off-highway vehicles to go off-roading up here.
Here's another section that is still icy on the road itself. This is my favorite section. I find myself singing over the river and through the woods as we come through here, because this tree-lined area is just so beautiful to me. And you are just minutes away from your destination.
Yeah, unfortunately there wasn't any for the video, but there is quite a bit of wildlife up here, especially deer and fox and turkey. And usually we have a gang of deer. Oh, well, look at there, right on cue. We'll let Trish capture that. Over to my left, there's
the neighborhood gang.
A gaggle, a herd, a rafter, a group of deer here. But we are now on Red Cloud Road. We are on a cul-de-sac. We are the next to the last house over here on the left side of the cul-de-sac, so it's very quiet, very private. And you'll see over to the left where my Jeep Texarado is parked. That's where our guest will be parking. And just beyond that is the Flew the Coop cabin. And there's our two little pooches. So we hope you found this useful and enjoyed the trip in. We hope it's informative for you. Please contact us if you have any questions. And thank you for watching Flew the Coop.
Got it? Good.